So the Vedas is the knowledge spread by the good aliens. Hey Yaro, welcome back to our channel, and today I will tell you something surprising. Before I get started, the information I am about to tell you is not regarded as truth and may be highly offensive and misleading to someone. So please understand that this information is not proven to be the fact, okay? So I had been deeply interested in mystery and alien hypothesis ever since I was a child. So today I will talk about aliens. And one alien hypothesis related to India, Indian history, and its philosophy. There is growing popularity on alien theory ever since 20th centuries. The concept of alien looking like squid-like creature had been altered into dolphin-like creature with big head and eyes. There are numerous texts, scripts, and video clips suggesting extraterrestrial life on Earth. As alien and mystery enthusiast, I have been exploring many texts and evidences proving that aliens do exist and they are here among us. During my searches, I found this interesting script with the title Arrow Alien Interview. This interview is about alien named Arrow being crashed into Roswell of USA, and US military captured that alien. And one of the military personnel who was a military nurse conducted an interview with this alien being because she, the nurse, was only one alien insisted to communicate with, and it was done by telepathy. Because Arrow only communicated with this military nurse named Matilda O'Donnell McAlroy, US military brought in one Indian clairvoyant named Jiddu Krishnamurti. Not many people know about him, but he was recognized as the world's teacher by the Theosophy Society. I did a video on him if you remember. Please go check it out. However, in the interview, Jiddu was invited to interact with an alien, but he failed to do so because alien did not want to communicate with them. But he was recognized as the very kind and intelligent gentleman nonetheless to the nurse. At early stages of the interview, Arrow alien did not know English language. Since the means of communication was telepathy, the alien gave implications of what she wanted to say to Matilda's brain directly, like the implication, right? However, Arrow was eager to learn about people in Earth and about this Earth in general. So she decided to read texts in English ranging from Britannica, history book, religious texts, fictions, non-fictions, and so on. Due to her psychic ability, she was able to learn English language and read books faster than any human beings. From all knowledge she acquired of Earth based on books she read, last Earth language with which she was conversant was the Sanskrit language of the Vedic hymns. In the script, the alien mentions all intellectual being as Isbi, an immortal being that live in a timeless state of Is, hinting that we are all like Atman in Hinduism, which means eternal self. An error suggests that a fake biological body was formed by the evil empire of the galaxy called Old Empire to trap souls of political criminals, artists, geniuses, inventors, revolutionaries, perverts, traitors, skilled managers, and so on from all over the galaxy in Earth. So Earth is basically regarded as a soul-trapping prison planet because of the gravity and because Earth is like located on the outer regions of our galaxy, right? Afterwards, she tells us how our current civilization came to an existence. So our civilization, manifested by the evil old empire, initiated in India, slowly spread all over the world. She also suggests the origin of the Vedas. At the early stages of the civilization, the Vedic hymns were brought from the Himalayas region 8,000 years ago by the Domain Force. Domain Force is the good alien forces that Arrow take part in, according to Arrow, right? There were some societies existed back then, and when Aryan people invaded and conquered India, they brought Vedic hymns to the area with it. Domain Force, the good alien, supposedly brought the Vedic hymns to Earth 8,200 years ago in the Himalayas region. It was not an authorized activity, but they did in order to save human ignorance and their miserable faith with the Vedas. So the Vedas is, according to Arrow, the knowledge spread by the good aliens. Vedas aliens. And the Vedas had been spread verbally for 7,000 years. And during this span, one of the officers of the Domain Force, the good guy, were incarnated on Earth as Vishnu, the Hindu god and protector of the universe. He fought in the religious war against the old empire forces, thus defending the universe. So she is saying that Vishnu is the brilliant incarnated domain officer, right? Or at least Vishnu is portrayed in extremely positive ways, right? Actually protecting the universe, or Earth at least. After the brief explanation on how the old empire manipulated people with religions, Error discusses that the Vedic hymns became the source of nearly all of the Eastern religions and were philosophical sources of the ideas common to Buddha, Lao Tzu, Zoroaster, and so on. She also highlights that these Eastern philosophies eventually replaced the brutal idolatry of the old empire religions and were the true genesis of kindness and compassion. Arrow also suggests that Vedic hymns were the beginning of a cultural revolution in Western civilization that transformed brutal tribal cultures into democratic republics based on more reasonable conduct. So she's saying that the Vedas were the main source of democracy, which is still viable today, right? Also, in the script, Arrow Alien speaks that we are eternal being, but due to the electromagnetic devices or electronic net implanted on Earth or the planets nearby by the evil alien force called the Old Empire, human being cannot leave human body and the earth and be in the state of eternity. Once humans Atman, spirit, essence, whichever term you might refer to it as, leave the body, then this device would capture the spirit and erase all the memories and sending it to a newborn human being. Human beings are trapped within the inescapable cycle of life, which suggests similar concept of samsara. This also have a strong correlation to Hinduism and Buddhism in a sense that we must achieve moksha or enlightenment to either escape from this devilish physical world or to become one, the Brahma, again. Right. At the end of the story, before Era leaves her doll-like body to go back to the domain, she says that there was one significant breakthrough. A genius figure who saw through this deception, causing a forceful cycle of life conducted by the old empire, was Gautama Siddhartha. Wow. However, Buddha's original teaching and techniques to escape this prison body were lost over the millennia. But she gives final examples of some people in the past escaping this forceful cycle of life, which signals the hope to escape from the earth, ultimately freeing ourselves, achieving enlightenment in some sense. This is some crazy stories, right guys? This contains a vast amount of information, so I'll link in the description section if you want to read the whole thing on your own. It talks about numerous controversial things in the field of religion, science, and history, so I advise not to dig too deep if you have a strong religious faith. All the things spoken in this text might be extremely offensive to many people, but this is nothing but a story written based on unidentified source as well as non-credentialed personnel. What I am trying to say is not the alien were among us or still is among us. Indian philosophy has deep correlation to alien theories. What I want to tell you is that whether this story is truth or not, Indian philosophy and influences since the beginning of mankind were never trivial, and what the Vedas was trying to tell to the descendants of the civilization should not be taken lightly. Because this mind-blowing story, regardless of its validity, is heavily influenced by the mind and philosophy of India. Thank you so much for watching, and please let me know what you think about this story, okay? And please let me know of the possible errors of the statements, because this is very likely to be not regarded as the facts. So I'll see you guys back with more interesting and exciting videos, okay? So please stay tuned, and be sure to follow us on our Instagram. Bye bye. Alien alien